All right, well, today we're going to talk about the Harbor Freight Snap-on Lawsuit floor jack. They got a new color out now, it's red. My old jack finally gave up. Been giving up for a while. It finally gave up. Even though I have a lift, there's still times when I need a jack. So let's get to looking at this jack. There it is. In the box still. I did cut the tape, but I haven't opened it yet. Our low profile fully collapsed position is 3 3/4 inches, and it'll raise to a height of 23 1/8. The jack is a 3-ton jack, and it weighs 104 pounds. What they say right there. They got a gross weight sticker on here of 112, so I guess they got 8 pounds of packaging. One of the things, I wasn't dead set on getting this jack. I just was dead set on getting a jack. There's my old jack. I think I got it at Pet Boys. If they're even still around, I don't know. Anyway, it's dead. I could probably rebuild it, but it really ain't worth it. You can tell by the picture that these wheels are held on with a lock nut, and they have a grease zerk, so they're greasable. A lot of your jacks, they don't have that, like even this jack. It's got a clip. Let's take this lid off, see what we got. Set the camera down. There's the box. Handle comes with a foam rubber protector, which is good. I like that. I always wrapped rags around mine and taped them over here. I'm gonna make this a two-handed job. Well, look at the color though. It's pretty. Now, the option for colors for a long time for this jack was yellow, kind of like that DeWalt yellow. DeWalt yellow, yeah, kind of like that. Of course, when I was at Harbor Freight, there was, you know, this jack and the yellow one was on display. And I was sitting there thinking, which one do I want? You know, I don't really care that the red is new. And I thought, well, I think I kind of like to get the yellow. So what I got was the red, because they were sold out of yellow, and I'm fine with it. I will say the paint on the red jack is a glossier, smoother finish. The yellow is more of a matte texture. Maybe you care, maybe you don't, but this one would clean easier, wipe it off easier, let go of dirt easier, grease. All right, let's get this bad boy out of here. All right, look at that. I mean, I tell you, for a Harbor Freight unit, not what you're accustomed to seeing from Harbor Freight, I tell you. Anyway, I got that little clip in there. You just push down on it and pull it out of there. It's your typical Harbor Freight quality, what you expect anyway. I mean, at least it looks that way. Now, these jacks have been out for a while. I ain't never heard anything bad about them. Got to be better quality than that jack, and it's lasted me almost 20 years. And it is a low profile jack. Oh, it has special high performance hydraulic oil for extreme temperatures and reduced wear. That's good. I guess when you're doing a lot of jacking, you'll be glad to have that. All right, I'm gonna put the handle in it and get it on the floor. That's cool, look at there. Got a push button detent instead of a bolt. I like that. Oh, that's spring loaded. I thought it was thread. Little keeper here. I thought it was threaded because you can spin it, but it's really plunger, spring loaded. All right, we'll lift this bad boy on the floor to work out. Very smooth, it rolls good. I like it. See how fast it lifts. Pretty tall. It's 35-inch tire. Yep. I like it. I don't really know the full story of the Snap-on suing Harbor Freight story. I know that Snap-on lost. I did look around at some of the story details online, and I don't know, I came away with the impression that Snap-on would have been better off just being quiet. It's almost like because Snap-on complained about the jack that Harbor Freight was selling, what they did was they validated or legitimized Harbor Freight's jack as a really good quality jack, and one that people maybe ought to be buying because it's, you know, $200 instead of $600, which I agree. I mean, look, you know, one of the problems with Snap-on is that you're paying a premium for a name and for a reputation of a company that isn't really the same company that it used to be back when that reputation was forged. You know, I mean, I have Snap-on tools, I have Harbor Freight tools, I have Craftsman tools, probably got, I don't know, I know I got some gear wrenches. I've seen them for sale everywhere. Now I see a truck that drives around, says gear wrench on it, just like a Snap-on truck. I ain't never been on it, but I've seen it. I'm an aircraft mechanic, so it's not like I work in an automotive shop where, you know, every particular tool truck is, you know, coming by to pay a visit on Wednesday at lunch or whatever. I don't see them all, but you know, the problem is that because of globalization and everything, you know, the quality of tools has gone down, or if they haven't gone down, they're not necessarily all made in America like they used to be. I mean, you don't always realize what you're getting. And that Snap-on jack that Snap-on sells, made in the same Chinese factory as the Harbor Freight jack. You're paying $600 for the Snap-on jack. One of the reasons why you're paying $600, you're paying for two reasons, maybe three. One, because the guy's driving a truck that comes over to your place. Two, because you can make payments on it, so you know the only thing that matters is the payment. And three, you're paying for the name. Honestly, these days, I mean, I'm a guy who believes you get what you pay for a lot of times. And sometimes you can get more than good enough by paying a little less. I mean, you don't always have to have a Mercedes. You don't always have to have Snap-on, you know. Meeting in the middle is okay, and sometimes cheap is great. I don't feel like that if I need some tools, that the only ones I can get are Snap-on tools. Because the problem with Snap-on is, like I said, I have some Snap-on tools, you know, like dikes, like side cutters, you know, these Nipex side cutters. Man, ain't nothing Craftsman make gonna hold a candle to those, or Klein. I mean, Nipex is where it's at. But you know, sometimes a Craftsman socket's just as good as a Snap-on socket. No, I mean, there are situations where maybe the wall of the Snap-on socket's a little thinner and it works better getting in a tighter place or whatever, but you know, you'll figure that out as you go. My only point here is just going and buying something because it says Snap-on, it's kind of dumb, just for the sake of buying it because it says Snap-on. You know, if you bought everything that said Snap-on, you'd be making payments on that crap for 15 or 20 years. Toolbox full of Snap-on tools. My God, that's a new diesel truck. That's dumb. Anyway, that's my opinion. It's dumb. But this here particular jack, so far, right out of the box, lifted my Jeep an inch off the floor. Now that don't seem dumb. I like it. All right, guys. Later.